done to get people out of what he called hellscapes. Russia's been bombing other cities in the region as it tries to secure more territory in the east. Vincent McAviney reports.
For decades, the Soviet-era Azovstal steelworks has provided work for the people of Mariupol in East Ukraine. But for the past few weeks, this sprawling 4-square-mile complex has instead provided them relative shelter. Food has been running out, clean water is scarce. Thousands are thought to have tried hiding underground here from surrounding Russian forces, but the scale of the bombardment is clear. Yesterday, though, Russia had pledged a ceasefire to allow surviving Ukrainians to escape. But Ukraine officials who released these images say that hasn't happened. President Putin declaring instead the last fighters holding out at the steelworks should surrender. President Zelensky welcomes $6.5 billion in reconstruction funds, pledged at an international aid conference in Poland yesterday. But speaking last night, his disappointment at the Kremlin's continued aggression was clear.
Currently, Russian shelling and assault of Azovstal do not stop, but civilians still need to be taken out. Women, children, many children who are still there. Just imagine, this is hell, and there are children there. More than 2 months of constant shelling, bombing, constant death nearby.
In Moscow, Putin's soldiers are rehearsing for the annual 9th of May World War II victory celebrations. Capturing at least Mariupol would provide a much-needed boost for a president who wrongly believed he'd have taken the whole country months ago. The UN and Red Cross will today attempt to evacuate civilians trapped here. There may be money on the way to rebuild Ukraine's infrastructure, but for those who managed to escape Mariupol, rebuilding their lives after the trauma of what's happened here won't be as easy. Vincent McAviney, BBC News.
Let's go over to our correspondent James Waterhouse in Kiev. James, good to see you there again. Just what is the latest word that is coming out of Mariupol? Is there any update on those civilians?
We know that that very attempt by the United Nations is still being made. We won't know whether it's been successful until a little bit later on, but there have been a number of successful ones throughout the week where hundreds have made it out. But as you heard there, 200 people, including 20 children, are thought to still be inside this 4-square-mile site, which is where what is increasingly looking like the last stand is taking place. You can only imagine what these people trapped there have been facing in a city which has found itself cut off, surrounded and bombarded for more than 10 weeks. It's strategically significant for Russia as they try and link up their troops from the south and east. It puts Ukraine under pressure by sealing it off from the Black Sea and Sea of Azov, and it's a propaganda win as well for Vladimir Putin. There's a state-sponsored victory day on Monday. And it's something, if Mariupol should fall finally, although Putin is claiming it as a victory already, then that is something he can present to his people as some kind of justification for what he is carrying out in Ukraine.